the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This is Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, New England.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second and 9, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's got room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. A toss out to Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. On
first down, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Michael Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw on second down. Watson buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set! 19! Check, 59. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Watson. They'll roll. Touchdown, Patriots! A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Alabama, 380.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. That's a slap.
To throw, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Wait, 20. Hey, pick your go bandit. Hey, Charlie. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, baby. Big turnover. Get that ball. Alert. Get that ball. Mike, 55. Check.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go Bandit! Joker! Reload!
On 1st down, Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. This complete left side to Aguilar. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey! High 7! Watch the run!
9. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike! I got you. Mike 55! 72! I'm coming!
On play action, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Watson on 1st down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Barkley. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Nelson Aguilar. An 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get enough.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's caught by Aguilar. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marvin Jones, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, you know? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game. Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
50. Mark 50. I'm coming. 6'6". Pull it high. I'm coming after you. Mike's 50. I'm coming. Right to the end.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down. And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Back. Slam. 72. Check. Regular.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Get ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 59, go.
Back to throw, Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Watson off play action. And Gibbs got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First down, Patriots.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check your hot read. Alert.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Where's it at? 19. It's 59. Mike to 59. 3 buns. Mike, check. 55.
Now it's Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Brady going to throw. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch. Rip.
Now Brady. Completes it to Aguilar. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Check 24. Go, Bandit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey, exit. Yo. 72.
On 3rd down, Brady. Flush to his right. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marvin Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
You better be afraid of me.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the pilot, 64, weak. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Under 10, under 10.
On first down, it's Carson. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Check, 55 for Mike. 72. 55 for Mike. Check the outs, check the outs.
They run again with Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Wait, set. Ready? 55. I got one. Hey, goal 66. Tighten up. Watch twist. Twist. Hey, goal 66.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Wait, 20. 50. Check it, reload. So don't say, hey, echo. Mike 50. I got him. So Mike 50. Right here. Hey, check. Mike 50. It's a long day. That's going to be a long day. Goal 50.
Back to throw, Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Parker, left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker, 98 yards. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
29.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
From midfield, here's Brady. He completes it to Abdullah.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 53, Linda. 5. 55, my God, 55.
Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check it, reload.
Now Brady. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Hey, Orbit. Defense all day. All day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. I don't think you got it, son. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
To throw is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Mike 55. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 55. Hey, check it.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here coming.